Welcome to Zach D TV, the place for interesting news from around the net. In today's episode, we're going to look at deorbiting a space station, new engine technology for NASA missions, and we're going to wrap up with the coolest eclipse maps I have found on the internet. And keep in mind, if you want more interesting news, click the subscribe button right over here so you know when I upload something new. Alright, let's get into this. The United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs, or UNOOSA, yeah, that's right, UNOOSA, UNOOSA, has issued a notification concerning the upcoming deorbit of China's Tiangong 1 space station. Tiangong 1 was put into orbit back in 2011 and quit functioning back in the middle of 2016. So far, the craft has maintained its structural integrity. It hasn't fallen apart yet, so it's still one big chunk floating around in space. In fact, it's averaging around 217 miles above the Earth right now. But they do figure its orbit is decaying by 525 feet per day. So this is definitely coming down. Right now, they figure it's going to be down somewhere in January of next year. Although there is a 2-month window of error that they've incorporated into this. So it could be down as early as October. And listen to how precise they are about it. They figure it will come down somewhere between 43 north latitude and 43 south latitude. Yeah, that's a big area. They don't know where it's going to hit. They don't know where it's going to land. They do say that the probability of endangering and causing damage to aviation and ground activities is very low. And they do believe the whole thing will probably burn up coming through the atmosphere. I say probably because in the same paper, they also state that potentially there may be a highly toxic and corrosive substance called hydrazine on board the spacecraft that could survive re-entry. For your safety, do not touch any debris you may find on the ground, nor inhale vapors it may emit. So it's either going to burn up completely, or it's going to spill toxic waste on the ground. We don't know, but it'll be coming down on Earth sometime between now and April of next year. That much they know for sure. I don't know. Usually these guys are a lot more precise. They do instruct China to keep tracking it, keep everybody updated. They need to know where this is going to go. And they figure a few weeks prior to the event, they're going to reevaluate everything and make sure where it's going to land and to let people know about any property or life risk or anything like that. But hey, if you live between 43 north latitude and 43 south latitude, you might get to see a pretty cool fireball coming in. Next, I want to talk about this new motor that NASA's coming up with. They just signed an $18 million deal with BWXT Nuclear Energy Incorporated. They're out of Lynchburg, Virginia. This is a 3-year, $18.8 million contract to develop the next nuclear thermal propulsion engine. This is part of the Space Technology Mission Directorate's Game-Changing Developments Initiative. This is where they're trying to find the newest and best ways to advance our ability to travel in our solar system. And according to NASA, why they're looking into this is this would give them the ability to accelerate a large amount of propellant out the back of a rocket at very high speeds, resulting in a highly efficient, high-thrust engine. This engine would work by using nuclear fission to accelerate hydrogen out the back nozzle of a rocket. They say that this would double the propulsion efficiency of our conventional propellant rockets. This engine would also be a lot lighter, which would allow us to carry more cargo, more fuel, and get there faster. They believe that this rocket could cut up to 2 months off the trip to Mars, cutting a 6-month journey down to 4. That's really not that bad. I don't know. It's a cool time for space exploration, and I hope we see this rocket in action before too long. You know, I want to wrap this up with something I found that was just funny. As you know, or maybe you don't, August 21st, we have a complete solar eclipse coming up here in North America. First time, I think they said in like 100 years. Unfortunately, I'm not in the path of it, but people out there are setting up maps to let you know what is in the path. In fact, Joshua Stevens, he's a cartography lead at NASA, came up with this. That's right, if you want to hang out with Bigfoot and watch the eclipse, these are spots you could do it. Well, when that went up, the floodgates opened. People took this as challenge accepted. You want to see a map of what's there? How about Eclipseception? This map lets you know where you can experience the eclipse in a place named Eclipse. We also have the best place to possibly sight an alien while watching the eclipse, or the Sun Forest Sun map. Places where Forrest Gump would have been able to see the eclipse during his epic run. We have a total eclipse of the heart map, where these places have names that are related to the heart. And if you don't want to see the eclipse, Here's where you can find a strip club instead. There is a full list of these on Twitter, so if you want to check them out, there will be a link in the description down below. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for stopping in. I do this 5 days a week with a live stream on Saturday and a short on Sunday, so I hope to see you here again. And until next time, have fun and be safe.